Historically, this was the largest intact temperate forest in the world. The northern forest that stretches from the Tug Hill Plateau up through Canada. That's still true today. It's smaller today, but this is still one of the largest intact forested landscapes in the entire world. You know, the context of the northern forest is changing. For the first time in 100 years, we're seeing our forests starting to decline. So we need to be vigilant about that. Species will come back. That's one of the great things about nature, is it's resilient. And if we manage thoughtfully and carefully, that forest will come back and will provide future opportunities.
Well, I'll tell you, if you don't have self-motivation, then you're never going to make it in the logging industry. You know, when you look at the thermometer and it says 30 below, pour yourself an extra thermos of coffee, leave an hour or two earlier, because the skidder probably isn't going to start, which means...
Well, when you see like old sap buckets grown into the tree, you say someone was here, 100 years ago, and you respect it. You do. You respect the woods that you're working in. I love the woods, and I love the trees, but I also love cutting the trees.
So then you get your chainsaw. You got to have a chainsaw.
For instance, on a rainy day.
And when you crank and crank and crank, and the thing won't start because it's froze, so what do? You stand up on the skidder tire, you stick it up on the roof where the exhaust pipe comes out.
The northern forest, with its wide, deep history, its tradition of face-to-face democratic decision-making, its resilient woods and resourceful people, offers a singularly promising place to build new alliances. Here, in America's oldest working woodlands, we can restore not just these woods, but our relationship to them and to one another. There's a sense from humanity's point of view that a place, in a way, doesn't exist except outside our human relationships to it. If you write about that without recognizing that, you risk not checking your own assumptions, not taking a sort of anthropologist distanced view of how different groups frame their relationship to the natural world and to each other, and how they balance those. At the same time, you want to write in a way that allows the reader to see the green of the moss that's on the ground. And those are always challenging things. I can convey that problem easiest by going to Hemingway, who was asked, does he revise much? And he said he revised the last page of For Whom the Bell Tolls 29 times. And the interviewer, George Plimpton, asked him, what took so long? And Hemingway said, getting the words right.